we're going to look at the BlackDiamond ski game. It's the best looking game in TempleOS. It started as kind of a beginner demo program. Then I made it a little more complicated when I added the ski lift. The ski lift is actually hyperbolic cosine for the wires, which is a sagging wire. That's the formula. Anyway, so let's look at the code. It's in the games directory, demo games, I should say. BlackDiamond. It's 400 lines of code, and half of that is sprites. So I hired an artist about 5-6 years ago, and he made good art, except for he made everything. He was a homo and put penises everywhere. I paid in total for all the work he did like $3,000. I'm pretty happy, I guess. But anyway, I had to clean up the art. He had a shit-eating grin on the face of. Anyway, I got this wolf from a public domain photo site. They watermarked it, thinking nobody would want it, but I sort of cleaned it up. I actually made the chairlift. I think I did a pretty good job. Anyway, so yeah, that artist did all the art in TempleOS. Not, I shouldn't say all the art, all the good art. Anyway, so the code is. This is supposed to be. It's a simple game. The original goal was to be a beginner game. So normally with 3D, when you're doing 3 dimensions, you do a depth buffer. This is 2-dimensional, but it has a front to back order. It sorts all the trees and rocks according to their Y coordinate with the Q sort, and it gives them random XY coordinates, and then it sorts them. And then in the draw it routine, this is a callback. The draw it routine draws everything. It's a callback, and it draws the sprites from the back to the front. And in the main loop, there's a delay of 10 milliseconds, and otherwise it updates the makes the screen scroll. The Y coordinate changes 1 every 10 milliseconds, and it checks for the keyboard to see if it's been pressed, see if the key's been pressed, and that's all there is to it. It's a pretty simple game. The most complicated thing is the sort, I guess, or the chairlift. Yeah, the chairlift. I made it more fancy when I did the hyperbolic cosine. Let's see if I can find that. I'm pretty sure. I definitely know that's what it's supposed to be. I wonder if there it is. I saw it. Gosh, hyperbolic cosine for wires. It's so tight though you don't even notice. So if you want to run the same game over and over, set the seed. The seed is for random numbers for a given task. And if you set the seed to non-zero value, if you set it to 0, it's randomized. If you set it to a non-zero, it'll repeat. So you set the seed. I'm going to set it to 10. You can set it to any integer, and you'll get a different game. Oops! Be sure to. Now this only applies to this task. If you enter and then press F5, that's a different task. But if you include from the command line, notice the chairlift is up at the top. Now if I say if I run it again, if I say seed 10 and then include this, what? Wait a minute, what happened? Okay, there you see the chairlift is at the top. If we run it again without setting the seed, the chairlift is not at the top. And anyway, so this is the best looking game in TempleOS, best art. Yeah, so it's not the resolution that's my problem, it's not being an artist. That's my main problem. Anyway, that's one of the reasons for the low resolution and low colors is for amateurs. It's even harder if you have high resolution. So that's it.